bring wisdom to you. It's a beautiful day in Costa Rica. The monkeys are out, the macaws are out, the iguanas are crawling all over the place. It's all good. And our intention today is to bring to you information, sharing of all of the beauty, the power, and the magic of Rythmia. So there is no one better except you to share this, because you've been here how many times?
3 times.
3 times to Rythmia. And in that, we had a connectivity issue a few minutes ago. So if you heard this before, you're going to hear it again. Mm-hmm. I would like you to share it again. In the 3 times you've been here, if you could express to us what brought you to Rythmia and the difference of those 3 times.
Well, in 2019, I entered the year saying, I really want to kick things up a notch. And I've been in spiritual work and practices and personal growth work for at least 25 years. Mm-hmm. And it just seemed like, wow, I want the next step. And I was talking to a couple of friends and they said, oh, we're going to go to this place called Rythmia to do ayahuasca. I said, I'm in, I'm there. And each one they were going different times. One was going in July, one was going in November. So I told my husband, hey, I'm going to go in July by myself. You can come with me in November if you want, which, so we did both. And it was pretty amazing to do both of those.
And I have to point to this because it's so important that you've been on a journey of spiritual growth and development for years. Yep. And that this was the next step of expansion for you.
Yep.
Did we fulfill that? Did Rythmia fulfill that in that expansion?
Yeah, I think you can't even know till you are there, the levels that can, it's interesting because it's like you're gaining levels while you're taking levels off of yourself. It's kind of dialing down to your core. And at the same time, your core can expand beyond anywhere it's ever been.
Great. I want to say it again. So at Rythmia, that you're going down to the core. And when you said, like, I interpret that as pulling things off, old wounds or hurts, yes. Like cleaning house internally, you've heard me say.
Perfect. Yeah.
But then going deeper for your soul to come out in even a more expressive way that you didn't know before. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
What I found so incredible was meeting myself and understanding the me that was carrying issues forward that I wasn't even aware of. Issues from being a child, issues from my teenage years, things where there were these hurts that intellectually, I'm like, yeah, I'm over that. Intellectually, you move past them. Intellectually, you grow and you make better choices and different choices, and you try not to pull your baggage into your future. Mm-hmm. Yet, for me, there was still something missing, a hole, something where, why do I still carry this pain? Why do I have this pain? I'm smart. I'm capable. I've read everything. I've done all this work. I meditate. I do yoga. I check, I eat well. I did so many things. And yet, why do I still have this lingering pain where I feel so sad? And I was really suffering under the covers with the sadness. And I've said, am I the happiest sad person or the saddest happy person? What is the sadness? And what was so beautiful about going in to meet that place is you can see, oh, wow, I have this little injury that was never addressed. And I can take my little self and it's so odd to say, but you could, like, love yourself. Yes. Like, I saw the little me. I saw me as a newborn. And I saw my parents, I'm gonna cry. I saw my parents looking at me. And I knew that, wow, I am unconditionally loved. I just am. Yes. And I saw that love. And I know that love of looking at a newborn and you think, wow, here's this baby perfect that is so perfect and so lovable and so worthy, right? So worthy. Yes. How do we get to this point where we don't feel worthy anymore? We don't feel deserving. We feel like, oh, if I don't do, I don't deserve. I'm not worthy. I've got to check off these boxes so that I'm acceptable. And yet I'm looking at this, it's me thinking, wow, I am unconditionally loved and I am just okay because I'm me.
Yes. That was so good. I feel like there's many of us, I would say, because I've met a lot of people that we have these feelings come up that are very similar to what you expressed, is that this underlying sadness. And I love that you said, like, I could be super happy, but under the, behind the covers, there's this sadness that I don't know where it's from. And when we don't know where something's from, but it's lodged somewhere, we could tell in those moments of just something happens that triggers us in a way we don't understand. Right. And what I love that you're saying is here at Rythmia through, and you can say which path, I feel like it's all of it together, brought those things to the surface for you to heal, let go, and then to find that place of unconditional love and to see what's possible in accepting your worthiness. Is that right?
Yeah, it is. And as you're saying that, I was thinking, I don't really actually think you have to have done a lot of work to get a huge benefit here. My husband's not someone who's spent a lot of time in these modalities that I have. And yet his life was utterly transformed. He is different. And even just packing to go home today, he was so patient. It's like, I'm almost still waiting for him to be impatient. Let's go. And there was just this kindness and just a settledness, and his relating to me, like just looking in my eyes and just our relationship. I feel like we've completely shifted our relationship by just stepping out of patterns. We released patterns that were unnecessary.
Yes.
We don't even realize the patterns we're bringing forward, right? You bring stuff from your life and you start operating through patterns, and you bring those patterns together
with someone else.
And you don't realize, hey, I'm just being my pattern, and it's reactivated by your pattern, and I'm triggered by your patterns, and we're triggering each other. So we're just a swirl of triggers.
Yes.
And all of a sudden we're just going, wow, I'm just love. And I just love you. And you're just this.
It's a whole new level of acceptance.
Whole new level.
For self and others.
And, we had done it last November, and we did have that growth. And I feel like this time it's just a whole new level of, his father had passed since, and he was able to connect with his father, which is such a gift of just this peace.
Yes.
And
the beauty
it's so much.
It's so much. So not only your expansion, but your marriage, the expansion of your marriage. I want to make sure no one missed this part that Hillary, you just said it so beautifully, like that your, say, past parent, even waiting for, is there going to be a reaction in this activity that we do, because we've done this dance in our marriage for years. And now that that's gone, like the recalibration of both of you to just appreciate each other and know that you came here both to grow, and you did. Now individually you've changed and your relationship has changed. Just imagine if we're all doing that.
And allowing, we are both just allowing each other to be our full selves this whole week. And it was so fun for me to just be my full self here with everyone, and no, he was okay. I'm such a caretaker, right? Is he okay? Is he? I just was like, I can just enjoy, and he's enjoying, and to see him enjoying people and having, it's crazy cool.
Good for you too. And so at Rythmia, would you say all the elements, because you've done them, the breath work, our ceremony nights, our journeys, our classes and roots and spa, all the details. Talk to us about how you feel the flow of all those. Do you find that important? Do you see, what's...
Well, I am not someone who will go to the Peruvian jungle and take a chance on getting stung by a scorpion while I'm not consciously being guided. Just can say that. No, it is really, I'm so grateful for the intention that is obvious in every single aspect of Rythmia. Every aspect.
Okay, I just want to take that. That was good.
The guidance that we're getting.
Yes.
How it's set up. So you are in a setting that nurtures this experience and holds you in in a capacity where you can grow without worrying about anything.
Important.
Right?
So important.
It is. But it doesn't take away from, hey, this is some work.
Yeah.
So you're set up to do great work, but you're supported in it completely.
Beautifully.
The shaman that are here.
They're so amazing.
They're amazing human beings, and they're so generous and kind, and they're just bringing everything to it. There's nothing they're not 100% available to bring to your experience if you need it.
Yes.
But they're not in it. They're not trying to
Yes.
tell you, oh, it should look like this or look
Right.
like that. They're
Right.
allowing you
Yes.
to completely have your own unique
Well said.
experience.
Well said. And breath work?
I had my probably biggest moment in breath work. So I know now, having done numerous exercises in the breath work, that I can always access this. And so here's what I think is so cool. I've had the experience of ayahuasca. I know what that is.
Yes.
And now I have the breath work, and I can actually recreate the experience of ayahuasca in breath work while I'm home.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to be,
Yes.
drinking medicine
Yes.
in the
Beautiful
living room
said.
every
Yes.
day.
Perfect.
So it's really amazing to have that level of breath work, which is,
Mhm.
I've done a lot of breath work in my life. This level of breath work is beyond the breath work that I've done in my life.
Everything to do with Rythmia that you're explaining is like an up-leveling
Mhm.
of the next level that supports your growth and expansion. I love that.
And the food
Mm-hmm.
is so healthy, it's so clean. We've had no alcohol and not missed it. It's just, I've hardly had any coffee, which I will return to being a coffee freak. I'm not kidding, but in a good way. And I found great coffee. So
Perfect.
So anyway, yeah,
And the
the
class,
massages,
spa, all of that together.
the massages. My husband and I are very big in massage, and we like a great massage. We have had a million of them, and these were amazing. So the spa's awesome. Everyone's lovely and wonderful. I felt in returning, people remembered me.
Mhm.
It's like I was their sister returning.
Oh, yes.
It feels
Yes, because it's such a
incredible.
family here. Okay, now we don't want to miss this
Okay.
point. Our wonderful guest speaker this week.
Yeah, Reverend Michael Beckwith.
Yes. Michael Beckwith was here with us all week long. And how was that for you?
Well, I wanted my husband to come when the Rev was here.
Mm-hmm.
I was here July 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I came because he was here and my friends in that world. And I knew the level of conversation and integration.
Yes.
And I knew how I saw miracles, like, we probably don't have time for me to explain, but I saw not only my own transformation, but being transformed by witnessing transformations.
Yes.
In people who'd suffered molestation from priests. I mean, things that one man said, I haven't had a good night's sleep in 50 years until tonight. Having dealt with this
Sure.
drama. And I think that, the PTSD and the different things that people have brought here, so many horrific traumas. I felt a little bit like, wow, my stuff's like this compared to what some people are bringing here to
Trauma
heal.
is trauma.
And I watch, you can't really fake an energy. At least around me you can, because I'm an empath. So I can feel if you are coming to me with a smile, but you're in pain. And I can see in someone's face when they're coming transformed. I can feel it. I can feel the difference in them. And I've seen so many people, I look at them and they're almost not the same person, yet they are. They're this glow coming out of them. Like their skin has changed, their countenance, their smile, their eyes are twinkling, and there's just a peace.
Yes. It's really well said, because we have found that lots of us are unrecognizable by the time when we get here and when we leave. So that is really evidence of being in a safe environment, fully supported to heal. And that's what I'm hearing from you, is this beautiful, you got your miracle and more, didn't you?
Yeah, it's almost, it almost weirdly sounds trite to say I got my miracle, because it's just miraculous in such a huge capacity. Like it's, of course, miracles aren't trite, but it's almost like you
said
can't.
it. It's miraculous in a huge capacity.
Yeah.
Well said.
And it's multiple miracles in so many layers. I want to acknowledge you, because your teaching was off. Like I said, dude. Wow.
She did come to class and say that to me.
It's so transformative. And I heard someone else acknowledge you for being just the most transformative conversation that they were in while they were here.
Thank you.
You're really brilliant.
Thank you.
And I'm so grateful to have sat in your teaching.
Thank you.
And take I guess that's what I think is so important and different than what I would guess. I can't say I haven't done ayahuasca anywhere else, but I have friends who have, and it sounds like they get transformation. But to be able to integrate it and actually make sense of it, and to, I think, the perspective and the interpretation.
Yes, yes.
I've watched something that could be interpreted as, I was so angry, and it got reinterpreted into, no, you were carrying that sword because you took your power back.
Yes.
And to reinterpret it like that and go, oh, that's my power, not my anger. That reinterpretation shifted the whole entire rest of the week. Just because it's, well, that's it. It's just empowering the work you're doing.
Yes.
The interpretation.
Yes. And we just have a few more minutes, and this is so good. We could talk for hours here because this is so good. But the key words of the integration, and I love how you're really pointing to, as when people come out of ceremony and say to me in class, were you there last night? I'm like, my intention is to hold you here in class for all that's coming through. And that's where the integration comes through. And that's where Reverend Michael was so brilliant as always this week, is speaking to the integration and the practice of all of it. So I honor you for your practice. I appreciate your willingness to articulate this so well, because it assists everyone to know like what's possible here. So any of you who have not been to Rythmia, I'm going to ask Hillary what she would specifically offer you, because I think it's important when someone's been here, more than once, that you have wisdom about why you come back, and you've expressed it beautifully. What would you say in short to someone who says, yeah, I'm not sure. Should I go to Rythmia? Is it for me? What would you say?
I would say take a chance on yourself. Yes, it's worth it. I can't even explain to you in words truly what you would get from coming here. It's so beyond what I could articulate. When your heart has the opportunity to expand to a level that you didn't know it could. And it's so hard to explain. It's
you
like,
just did it so well.
Someone said to me, trying to explain ayahuasca is like trying to dance architecture. Like what? What is that actually? But I say take a chance. You can't go wrong. It is brilliant. And this magic of this medicine that gets into your system and recalibrates you for being able to live in the world with a whole new set of tools and rules and ways of being that gives you back yourself, the self you lost maybe from any number of reasons when you were little.
Brilliant. It gives you back yourself. Self-worth is expanded, confidence is expanded, and awareness that you no longer have to carry. We don't have to carry the wounds forever. So I thank Hillary so much. Thank you. Everything you said is so meaningful and so important. And I thank you all for being here today. I look forward to seeing you. Come say hello. And Hillary, will you be back?
You'll make a million new friends from all over the world. Like people, like really? Oh my gosh.
So I'll see you here again.
Yes.
I'll see you here again. So come. We look forward to seeing you. Have a beautiful day, a happy weekend, and know that we're sending you blessings from Rythmia, and look forward to seeing you soon. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you.